Alright, so I thought it'd be a good idea to make an updated video on NVCleanInstall. This is something that I made a few years ago and I've just been updating as time goes on. And I think it's to the point where it's a better alternative to NVCleanInstall. So originally this script was basically my attempt at writing NVCleanInstall in PowerShell. But at this point, it's become even more than that with different tweaks and other additions that NVCleanInstall doesn't have. So I'll just show quickly the new additions and just kind of how you use it. So it is a part of my main app script, whatever you want to call it. So you can just come to releases and get the newest one here. So you can extract that zip anywhere on the C drive you want, it doesn't really matter. It's like mine's on the desktop. So we're just gonna run the exe. It's gonna launch this. You're gonna come into install NVIDIA driver. It's gonna ask to install DDU or display driver uninstaller. If you're using this on a fresh install and your internet isn't plugged in, you won't have the driver installed anyway, so you don't need to uninstall it. So you can just hit no on this, but we'll hit yes. It's going to install it to your temp directory. It'll clean it up when it's done. And then if you want to use DDU, I highly recommend using safe mode just to be on the safe side, but you can use DDU in normal mode, but you may be left with a black screen because the driver will be uninstalled. So for the purposes of this video, I'm going to hit yes, and I'll show you what it looks like in safe mode. You don't need to do anything. It'll automatically boot you to safe mode. It'll automatically run DDU with all the options, and then it'll boot you back into normal mode, and you can come in here again. So I'll show you what that looks like. Alright, so once you're booted back into normal mode, I've already reinstalled the driver, but I'll just go through it again. So you just run the script again, come back into here. You can hit no since we've already done that. And then here is where you get to choose your driver. It will display the patch notes here, so you can read them. Um, don't ask for what's the best driver to install. There's not a best driver. If you're playing a new game, so like for example, this one is game ready for the new Indiana Jones game. So like if you were playing that game, obviously you would want to be on this driver. But if you're playing an older game, it really doesn't matter, unless obviously it has some sort of bug fix that you want. So we can just do latest. If you don't use any of the NVIDIA stuff, so like the NVIDIA app and all that crap, you can strip the driver so it's just the driver that's installed. The control panel is included, so you'll still have that. If you want to install a hotfix driver, you can see here there's a tooltip. You just add HF to the end of the number, so whatever the number is, HF, and that will install the hotfix one. So yeah, choose your configuration here, and then hit OK, and that will install the driver, and it will also automatically do some tweaks. So for example, HDCP is disabled. You can see it says it's not configured. Telemetry is removed, so all that good stuff. So I'm just gonna hit skip for the purposes of the video. And then here you'll have some post-install tweaks that'll come up after the driver's installed. So you can do the NVIDIA control panel settings. You can choose what combination of settings you want. So all the regular ones are applied, and then you can add on these. You can do the legacy sharpen, which I really recommend. Um, the new drivers already force MSI mode, but you can check it here to be sure. Remove GPU idle states is just removing the power saving mode that some GPUs can go into, even when you're under load. So like for example, some GPUs won't boost to the max because the utilization in whatever game is super low, because you may be super like CPU bound. So yeah, if you know you have that issue, then you can use this. Otherwise, you just don't need it. For the monitor, um, you can change the digital vibrance. So this is the same thing as changing it in here. So this slider, you can disable the speakers and then use the NVIDIA color, which just sets this, so it'll force the use NVIDIA color, and it will also enable the full dynamic range. So yeah, you can choose your settings here and hit apply, and you're done.